Is Airbnb stock the hidden gem in your portfolio? With a 21% drop in the last 3 months and potential rate cuts on the horizon, now could be the time to consider adding it to your holdings. But is it the right move? Let's break down the market trends. And by the end, you'll have a clearer view of whether Airbnb is worth a buy.
Welcome back, everyone, to Markets on Deck. In this week's update, we'll be diving into the recent market performance, my thoughts on Airbnb and Exxon stock, and how rate cuts could impact our portfolios. Plus, I want to share how I pulled off a 403% profit last week and why I'm feeling optimistic about some upcoming trades. First off, I want to give you all a quick overview of the broader markets. We've just had one of the best weeks of 2024. The S&P 500 soared 3.5%, and the Nasdaq gained 5.3%, with tech stocks, particularly semiconductors, leading the way. It's been an impressive rally, especially in sectors that typically struggle in a high-interest rate environment, like real estate and utilities. This resilience suggests that investors may be anticipating a more dovish stance from the Federal Reserve, as rate cuts are potentially on the horizon. Now here's where things get exciting. Over the last week, I managed to pull off a 403% profit in my options trades. Options are my bread and butter when it comes to trading, but I also dabble in buying common stocks and crypto occasionally. This massive gain came from some strategic options plays where timing and market sentiment aligned perfectly. For those of you who trade options, you know it's all about taking calculated risks and riding the momentum at the right time. While I'm primarily an options trader, I'm currently buying up 2 stocks that I believe have strong potential for growth: ExxonMobil and Airbnb. With rate cuts looming, I think these companies are in a great position to benefit from the upcoming market conditions. Let's start with Exxon. The energy sector is often one of the more stable plays during uncertain times, and Exxon is a key player with strong fundamentals. With energy prices fluctuating and global demand constantly shifting, Exxon is well positioned to ride out volatility. Plus, if interest rates are cut, we could see more investment flowing into commodities and energy, which should benefit companies like Exxon. Now let's talk Airbnb. As of today, September 13th, 2024, Airbnb's stock is trading at $117.36. Over the past 3 months, it's dropped more than 21%. While some might see that as a red flag, I view it as an opportunity. I'm looking to buy more Airbnb at these levels, and here's why. Rate cuts tend to boost consumer spending, especially in the travel sector. And what's the first thing people do when they feel confident about the economy and ready to splurge? They book vacations. Airbnb has a massive global presence and is perfectly positioned to capitalize on an increase in travel. Despite the recent price drop, Airbnb's core business remains strong. They're expanding listings, moving into underpenetrated markets, and even growing in both urban and non-urban areas. Plus, their Q2 results showed an 11% increase in gross booking value year over year, hitting $21.28 billion. For long-term investors, these numbers point to solid growth potential, even if the stock is currently beaten down. I want to emphasize that I'm buying these stocks because I believe in their long-term potential, especially with rate cuts likely to provide a favorable environment for both companies. However, as always, there are risks. Exxon could face challenges from fluctuating oil prices, and Airbnb may struggle with regulatory hurdles in key markets like New York and Barcelona, not to mention increasing competition from platforms like Booking.com and Expedia. But overall, I see these as strong value plays for the long haul. Between energy demand and travel bouncing back, both Exxon and Airbnb are well positioned to thrive as rate cuts materialize. So, just to recap, I've been focused on making big moves with options trading, which helped me land that 403% profit last week. And now I'm buying up shares of Exxon and Airbnb because I see great potential in both, especially if the Fed moves forward with interest rate cuts. Let me know what you think in the comments. Are you buying into the energy or travel sectors right now? Have you been making gains with options, or are you holding back to see how the market unfolds? I love hearing your stories, so drop a comment and let's keep the conversation going. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay on top of the markets, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to Markets on Deck, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a video.